So let's start building this project. In the course materials, you are going to find this quiz API. It's going to be a zip file. Once you decompress this, it's going to be like this. You can see we have a CSS folder with this style sheet, and also an index.html, and also a JavaScript file that is going to be empty. So we're going to write all the code. So let me open this into my editor. I'm going to be using again Visual Studio Code. And let me move this to the right. Let me open the index.html, and we're going to open this with live server. So we're going to use again live server for this. Let me move this to the right. You can see we have a background color. There are some CSS, some styles applied right here. You can see we have the body right here, and we have some other elements. And we're going to use some of these classes in this project while we are building the project. So first we're going to write some HTML right here on the body. We're going to add a div. We're going to use, you can see I added this boot swatch style sheet that is called Lumen. So we're going to use container, which is a Bootstrap class. And I'm going to add also container questions like this. And let me close the div. And then I'm going to add a div, which is going to be an ID. I'm going to call this one app. And it's going to contain the row because we're going to use the Bootstrap grid. So we're going to inject the questions right here because we're going to use an API. So we're going to open the JS, we're going to open this quiz, and also I'm going to open this so we can close the panel on the left. So it's going to be like this. These container questions already has some CSS. You can see we have this background color and also has some padding. So we're going to close this also. And we're going to start working with the JavaScript file. We're going to spend a lot of time into this file. So first let me create a document, and I'm going to document add event listener. So we're going to create the DOM content loaded. You can also use onload if you want. And we're going to create a function. So basically this is going to be the document ready. So we can add something like console log ready. And save this, and I'm going to open the console. And you can see we have ready. So let me close this or remove this. Let me remove this code. And we're going to use we're going to create a function that is going to query the API that is going to retrieve the question. So you can see every time that I load this, it's going to display different questions. So we're using an API for this. And I'm going to call this load question like this. So we're going to create that function. So we're going to add new comment, loads a new question from an API, and we're going to add load question. This is going to be to an arrow function, equals to an arrow function, and we're going to console log, we're going to add from load question. Something really simple at the moment. We're going to open this, and you can see this part is calling this function, and everything is fine at this moment. So in the next video, we're going to continue building this. We're going to see the API that we're going to use, and also how to read the questions and everything.